You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, there are 28,000 of you guys on the line with us tonight. Oh my goodness, you're going to break the internet. But it's all good because we can house all of you guys. And I just want to tell you, be ready for opportunity. Every day presents new opportunities for everyone. In the vast majority of cases, these opportunities are wasted. Yeah, they fly right on by, never acted upon by those who find them. Those few people who achieve greatness are the ones who are prepared for the opportunities that come their way. How do you prepare yourself for opportunity? The first thing that comes to mind of most people is money. Yeah, duh. Then there's education, another duh. Training, experience, friends in high places, and yeah, those things can help you. They are, however, not essential, nor are they enough and of themselves. In his book, Compassionate Capitalism, Amway co-founder Rich Duvall says, what makes you ready to recognize and to reach out for the golden ring when it suddenly appears is something mysterious, something powerful inside your heart and head that says, I can do it, and I will do it. That attitude comes not from having education or having money or having a lot of contacts, but from a confident belief in yourself, a mind that's open to new possibilities, a willingness to do whatever it takes to make something happen. There are plenty of intelligent, highly educated people with money and connections who never go anywhere in life. You can have almost everything going for you, and yet without the right attitude, without willingness and confidence to dive right in, opportunities will pass you by one after another. The best opportunities are not the ones that you look for. They're the ones you work for. Many people waste a lot of time looking for the perfect opportunity, that perfect season of life and all that good stuff. They want to put themselves in the right place at the right time and let the opportunity do all the work. And this, my friends, rarely happens. Opportunity is not a free ride. There is opportunity in every apple seed. With the right nurturing, the seed will become a tree and will bear the endless supply of fruit. But nothing will happen if you just grab the seed and do nothing else with it. You may very well have gotten into it at the beginning of its momentum growth phase. Nevertheless, it will bear no fruit without your hard work and persistence. Being ready for opportunity means being willing and able to do whatever it takes to make something of that opportunity. Take it from me, Teeny.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, it feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos and starseeds, and 2 times for my people who are vegans. We are averaging over 34,000 plus listeners, and we've been at this for 3 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we're still growing, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect. And we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on the show, from Grammy Award-winning artists, nominees, to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people who think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. And with that, hello out there, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Vigilantes Radio. Thank you again, as always, for tuning in and being a part of our audience family. You know the number to dial. It's 701-801-9813 to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from my website, which is onlyonemediagroup.com. Scroll over to the Vigilantes Radio tab and slap that go live button, and you'll be right here live in the mix with all of us, or in the chat room. So feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here. And as always, all episodes are available for free download. You can grab that from Spreaker.com/Only One Media Group, iTunes, YouTube, the app called Podcast Addict, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we've ever aired.
Well, I don't want to keep 28,000 of you guys waiting any longer. You're not here for me, right? No, you got to be here for lyrical innovation. So let's go ahead and dive deep into this interview, right? Oh, yeah. So proudly spreading the word on the incredible talent found throughout the independent music scene in all genres, styles, skill levels, and ages, we believe good music is exactly that, good music. Doesn't matter what your music sounds like or what category we find it in. We listen to everything, always. You and your music deserve to have a strong voice representing it online, and that's where Vigilantes Radio and Lyrical Innovation comes in. This team is beyond talented and awesome in their own right. Jarrell and Paige are music entrepreneurs. I had no real purpose other than to see what options were out there for independent musicians and artists, and poked around for information as I do best. And it was just my sheer curiosity and a quest for knowledge that took me to their website, which you can find it at lyrical-innovation.com. Usually when I look into a company, all I can see is promotions, tweets, Facebook posts, and then price tags. And then I'm naturally skeptical, as any other consumer out there in this cold, harsh world that we live in. And such was the case when I first looked into lyrical innovation at first glance. But as I dove in deep, yeah, I'm a deep diver, guys, into their life and the information that they share, all I can say is that my skepticism was completely unfounded. Like, completely gone. Zilch, zero, nada, no. So I say it in all sincerely. I have no doubt in my mind that Lyrical Innovation is one heck of a stand-up company and tirelessly devoted servant to the music scene in all areas. So in completely honesty, I can't thank them enough for taking the time to set the record straight, not just for me, but for all of you out there as well. Over the course of this interview, if you're somehow not convinced that they are the genuine, real deal, then you're nuts. Yeah. Bananas, walnuts, cashews, salty peanuts. You're crazy. But they put it all out there just as clear as it gets, and they won't dodge any tough questions, and will be completely honest with answers that are loaded with integrity and knowledge. The short form of saying everything I'm saying is, it is a complete honor and privilege and pleasure to learn about the true passion that Jarrell and Paige of Lyrical Innovation have for what they do and how it leads to helping others. They are truly an inspiration to me. I can fully admit that. I underestimated them way back when and first checking into them, and now I truly understand the invaluable resource that they truly are and has been for the independent music scene. A team of character and drive with the in-depth understanding of music I can truly respect. I'm proud to present to you all our interview with Lyrical Innovation, the #1 artist promotions and marketing company, in my opinion, And with that, let's welcome them onto our show, Lyrical Innovation. You are live in the mix with all of us. So how is it going and how are you feeling?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. I have to say I shedded a tear there. Thanks for all the compliments you gave us. I really appreciate that.
You did? Oh, wow. All right. I put that on my trophy shelf there.
Right? I mean, we are in California, so the heat is immaculate, so it might be a little drop of sweat, but we're just going to say it's a tear for now.
All right, cool deal. So, as you guys mentioned, the weather out there in Cali is like just crazy, right? It's way past 100 and... What is it today?
Today it only got up to about 95, but last week we seen up to like 112. So when we first got to California, we started out in Anaheim. Then we made our way to Burbank, Los Angeles area. Then we made our way to Sacramento. Then we made our way to San Francisco. Now we're back in Sacramento just because we've met a couple people here who we're networking with. But I have to say the weather's been the best in San Francisco. Sacramento is just really dry. So we don't plan to stay here too long, but that's where we are right now.
Cool deal. All right, shall we dive deep into this interview?
Sure, let's go.
All right, definitely. So I appreciate you guys for taking some time out of your busy day to talk to me. I know it's been a while since we chopped it up. So that being said, I've known you long enough to know that anytime you're silent and quiet, it's because you're being like super busy. And just because I haven't heard from you for a while doesn't mean the rest of the world hasn't. You're posting up all the time on social media and your website, which I'll mention again is lyrical-innovation.com. So tell the people out there what your site is all about for those who haven't visited yet, and give a couple of reasons to head over there.
Okay, well, the first reason why Lyrical Innovation was started is because I wanted to give artists that's been in my position and still in my position right now a chance to seriously be able to get themselves in the game. I do know that there's a lot of other movements. My favorite one has to be Team Backpack. That's one movement that I've been watching and actually studying. But not a lot of artists are actually able to get on that and be heard. And nowadays it's still hard to get heard by a major record label. So we want to let artists know that you don't necessarily need a record label. You know, I know a lot of artists do know that, but those artists, you know, they do have a bigger support system than some of the artists that we actually ran into. Most of them, you know, have that story of, I don't have a lot of people that support me. I need a team behind me. And that's where Lyrical Innovation steps in. You know, we're not a record label at the moment. We are working towards it, but we are that team that's behind an independent artist to help them get the promotion, the marketing, and the branding that they need to succeed as an independent artist.
Definitely. And you know, going back to something you just said, when artists say that they don't have a team or, you know, a circle of support around them, that seems to always be the nitty-gritty of why artists don't believe that they can get anywhere, because they don't have that circle of support. With that being said, and that being almost, I wouldn't say a true statement, because the really success is all in your mind and how you perceive it. But how does your company help, you know, artists that come in to you with that mindset, is that, you know, I have nobody but me, and, you know, this is it?
So that brings up one of the key pillars of Lyrical Innovation. You know, networking is number one thing. We have marketing, artist development, but networking. If you come to us and say, hey, look, I have 5 people behind me who support me, that's all right. You know what I mean? There's billions of people that are looking for new music. I mean, you can go just in random Facebook groups and people are like, hey, I'm looking for new music. Drop me your link, and I see that every day, all day. And just the fact that I've learned how to use Instagram, hashtags are wonderfully amazing thing that whoever invented them, that they just need to be praised because they're just amazing. But the number one thing you want to do is network. I mean, you have to use social media to, you know, your advantage. And Jarrell taught me that numerous times. I never really was big on Instagram, but he was like, hey, check it out. And now, I mean, anytime I post anything, at least 60 likes, you know what I'm saying? And it's from people all over the world who are just looking for, new interactions, new artists to listen to. So we've actually had a couple artists. Matter of fact, a couple months ago, he came to us, dropped the song the same day, or he dropped the song, and then the same day that later on that evening, he already had 200 plays on SoundCloud. And that's just going from him not doing anything. We're doing all the promotion. I mean, so he was very happy with that, and he's actually referred some of his, friends to us just because of the impact that we do have on social media. One of our accounts has over 12,000 followers. So that's just the main thing that we just tell people is, look, it doesn't matter if you just started rapping in your basement last night. Like, we're here to help you get out there, and that's our number one priority.
Definitely. So, positive or negative, guys, what's on your mind when it comes to the state of music in the mainstream right now?
Well, I know me and you talked about this before. The mumble rappers. Since I don't want to drop any names, so I'm gonna just say mumble rappers. I've been seeing like a lot of interviews with them. With major hip-hop artists, and that hip-hop artist expressing their feeling of the direction that it's going in, and a lot of people are like, hey, just leave them alone, they're having fun, they're doing this, they're doing that. It's okay, they are having fun, they are making their money, but those are not artists that you can see that's still here 20 years or even 5 years from now. They just in that spotlight for a short amount of time. But the bad part about that is for those artists that you can see that has that potential to stay in the game for a long time, they're not getting the recognition that they deserve, and they're the main ones that's being forced to go independent. And the rappers that's not going to be here in 5 years get the record deal, get the $1 million record deal, and get glorified more than the actual artist. It's one thing to just be having fun with music, but as an artist myself that takes this serious and not just as a hobby and want to continuously do this, even if I'm not rapping, even if I'm not on stage anymore, I still want to be a part of the music. I still want to be known as somebody that's trustworthy in the industry. So I do take it to heart that a lot of artists, even such as myself, or a lot of artists that I feel like, man, these guys, like, they really got talent. And they are the ones that I constantly have to hear that's not having the support versus the mumble rappers. So the state right now, it's not where it should be, but I can say you an artist right now that people are hating on that's making that comeback, and that has to be Kendrick Lamar. Man, I've been listening to his new album, and I don't care what nobody says, that cat is bringing lyricism to the forefront. And there's a lot of people that don't like it. He's not better than this mumble rapper or all this. And it's just because if you're not dancing, if you're not getting, going to the club and getting lit and turn it up, then of course you're not going to feel it. And the crazy part is music is going back to where lyricism is on top. Having something to talk about is on top again. And that's the reason why I know Lyrical Innovation is going to go far, because we are going to look for those artists that have a story to tell and have those lyrics that people really want to listen to, because it's coming back. It really is.
Man, I sure hope so, because I heard my son earlier today singing a mumble rap song, and he can barely talk. And he sounded just like them, and I was like, oh, no.
Oh, man, you gotta...
Yeah, I was all disappointed, but, I'm going to get them straight on some hip-hop. So, what do you think about the independent scene? Like, what kind of state is it in right now? Is it a positive state, negative state? What do you guys think?
Well, for me, I don't too much really know about the independent side. I just focus on mainstream just because I don't really know where to look. But, I mean, I've been following a guy he goes by Futuristic, and he got his buzz by going on college campuses looking like a dork, having a big boombox saying, "Hey, let me rap for you." And then when he opened his mouth, he blew everybody away. You know what I'm saying? So he's pretty big right now in the independent scene. I mean, he's real humble. I mean, I've seen that on his social media every day. I mean, he's out in the neighborhood, with these, young kids, teaching them, this is this and this is that, So I truly feel like he's doing, what he has to do. Yeah. But what do you feel?
Also, Chance the Rapper. I pay attention to him. I know he's a well-known independent artist. Him getting the humanitarian award, especially as being an independent artist, that really sets a goal for me as an independent artist as well. And I feel like it should for a lot of other independent artists. And the reason is because Chance not being signed to a record label, he's like doing very positive things in Chicago for their public school systems. And really being a very positive role model. I got him on Twitter, so every time he posts, I know everything. So that's why I bring him up. But like I said, him being an independent artist and winning one of the best, to me, the best prizes, the humanitarian award, it's like, okay, wow, like he's not signed to a record label, but yet he was able to do this. And then looking at J. Cole as well, going platinum with no features, and also being an independent artist, it's like, dang, like these guys are really doing it. And even though they get put down because they're not hot like people think that the mainstream artists are, they still making a living, because they know that there's people out there that enjoy lyricism, and the fact that those types of artists right there are still thriving in the industry and making the same amount of money as one of these record label artists, it's like, how can you deny the fact that people are still looking for lyricism? So the independent scene right now, I think it is really good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. J. Cole though, he isn't independent anymore. He come off as an independent artist, but he has The Rock behind him. Yeah, he's signed to Rockefeller. Now, if he uses the machine, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like he uses the machine because he comes off as an independent artist. Yeah, but yeah, he's definitely signed to the majors.
Oh wow, I didn't know that just by his demeanor on how he carries himself.
So Jarrell, as an artist, and Lyrical Innovation has worked with an impressive deep roster of artists, from your point of view as an artist, kicking all kinds of, ass out there. You've got your genres that you specialize in, but you also got the skills and talent required to take on any kind of style or sound. So in your heart of hearts, what kind of music do you truly seek out to promote?
Honestly, man, is being brought up in the lyrical scene and keeping that mindset regardless of how times have changed with music. I'm still going ahead with hip hop, man, the lyricism. Even though I have that ability to jump on pretty much anything, I do believe in being a well-rounded artist, being very universal. But I know where I thrive at. I know if you gave me this type of beat, for sure you're gonna get these types of lyrics. It's not saying that I'm not gonna go my hardest on another type of beat, because I have, but I know for a fact if I have a hip hop beat and I got some time to write, I'm going to produce some fire. Honestly.
Definitely. What does an artist or band though have to have for you to want to work with them? Basically for Lyrical Innovation.
So my main concern is, are you dedicated? Are you taking this serious? I mean, people can, do music as a hobby. People just, photographers as a hobby. But we're trying to run a business, so we're not trying to be like a, music club for you to come hang out and chill. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to run a business, and we're trying to get goals accomplished. So my main thing is, look, are you, serious? You have your mind set on where you want to go. You're not all the way there yet. You want help? Then that's what, from my point of view, I just want to know that you're dedicated as much as I am, because the minute that you hit me up in my inbox or send me a message on the website or call the company phone, I'm taking you super serious. It's not even a joke. You know what I mean? And you get people that just want to play around with you. And I'm not about that. I mean, you know, I'm strictly, let's get down to business. Okay, this, and I'm going to send you the agreement. If you don't have that agreement signed back to me in a couple hours, what are you doing? To me, you're not taking this serious like I am. That's just my point of view.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. At that point, it's not really about the genre of music. It really does not matter. If you believed in us enough to even contact us, we're going to believe in you even more because you took the time out to research us and then still contact us off of everything that's out there that we've actually displayed. So that means you believe in us, so we're going to believe in you even more. And just to get not only our goals as a company accomplished, but your goals as an artist. You know, so that's what we believe in.
Definitely. All right, so I know you guys are working with great people like engineers, photographers, producers, and artists for the most part when it comes to recording. I mean, not photographers for recording, but just out of curiosity, would it be possible for you to work with people that suck in personality, but the music was really awesome?
That's a very good question, man. I'm gonna have to say, if you're not humble, it's gonna be pretty hard because in this business is humble and professionalism, man. And you're good. I know I'm good. I know the people that we work with are good. But it's one thing to know that and still be like, okay, yeah, I'm good, but I do have that level of respect. But at the same time, it is a business, and if it can sell, if they are making the numbers, they are pulling in numbers, and I mean, it's a business. You're still trying to make money. You're still going to give me good music, and I'm still going to push you as an artist because that's what my company does. But at the same time, as a company, I do have an image that I would like to keep up. I don't too much want to keep indulging myself with, you know, rude artists and still try to be professional on my end and knowing that they cannot be professional on their end because it's still going to make me look bad as a company regardless of how I'm acting. It says to the public, this is the type of stuff that I will condone in a record label, and I'm just trying to get money, and regardless of what the situation is, you know, he's rude, but his music is good, and I need money as a company, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take it. No, I still can't do that. It'll make me look very bad.
Definitely. Let me ask you this. I'm a vice versa that question because I was talking with a CEO of a record label on LinkedIn like 2 days ago, and he was telling me that labels are signing personalities and the music is like mediocre or, you know, weak or whack, but the personality is what's selling, like, you know, Little Yacky, if that's how you say his name, or Little Uzi Vert, or you know, people like that. I'm not necessarily saying that their music is whack or anything, but it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But everybody agrees that, you know, people like even Designer is a personality. You know, their personality outshines their music, their character does. So what if you get a person who has like this fabulous, you know, stardom, you know, type of personality, like somebody like Designer? You know, he comes in the room, he lights up the room, all the cameras, all the microphones are in his face because of just how he, you know, acts, how he carries himself. Or, you know, Young Thug or something like that. But the music isn't really your cup of tea. Would you still take them on as a client?
I would prefer acting instead of music.
Good answer. That's a good answer. All right. So while it might not be obvious to you in terms of what makes you want to work with an artist or band, how do you know you'll be a right fit for them, though, in return?
How I know I'll be a right fit? Well, it goes back to having that team behind you that's very supportive and actually pushing your music out and your career out and getting you heard. So, I mean, that's the biggest aspect that I feel like any company should be, especially if you're saying that you want to work with artists or represent them in any type of way. Just making sure that on your end you are, having them be satisfied with the work and getting the music where it needs to be and getting it heard, to the fans that they need.
And also, I can add to that, working with other people as far as trying to get Nick's music out there. Just the numerous amount of dollars that we've spent as far as promotion goes, or hey, pay me this much and you can get on this show, or pay me this much and I'll do this for you, and all the non-follow through that we've had, and we've just been asked out, sorry about the language, but that's what it is, of so many countless nights of, oh, we're gonna do this and this person says they're gonna promote us like this, so we're stressing over how to get all this stuff done to make them look good as a company, and then in return we get nothing when we've spent all kind of money. And that's a big thing for me. Money is a really big factor. I don't want you to come on our website and see our pricing and see what we can offer you, and then we're just sitting in the background and we really can't do anything for you. And like I said, past experiences, that's happened to us many times, and that's a big thing. I don't want anybody to think, oh, I'm giving them, my money and now they're not going to do anything. No, you're giving me your hard-earned money. I'm going to show you everything that I can and that I will do for you.
Definitely. Okay. So my next question is, how is the connection established between you and artists? Are you just in the promoting and marketing field? How involved do you become in the actual project? If they're saying all right, Lyrical Innovation, I'm going into the studio to do a brand new album, are you there with them to help shape the sound, of the finished product, or how does that go?
Well, recently with the artists that we work with, we actually haven't had the opportunity to get in the studio with them, but nonetheless, we do ask them before we start any promoting. We ask them to send their music in, and just so we can analyze it and see if it's actually ready to be put out. We don't want somebody to be recording and it sounds like it's done over the phone, and then they say, okay, that's all I got, and I already paid you money and I need you to promote it. We're going to have to refund you that money until you get a professional recording, because it's still professionalism, so no, we haven't been able to do it, but as far as being that in-depth with it, if it's not quality, we would not promote it, because this is your image, this is your brand, this is your name that you want people to see, and we can get it seen, we can get it heard, and it's very possible for that. But if it's not up to par, then we can't too much push it. So that's how far we go with it.
However, also we do offer music production as one of our services. Not as us personally, however, we have connections throughout the United States that do produce high quality music. So we have a guy in San Antonio, we have a couple in Houston, a couple in Louisiana. Now we've made contacts out here in California. So just wherever this artist is, hey man, I'm out here in this place, but my production really is not all that great. Do you have somebody? Well, then we can refer them to somebody, or we work with people who make beats. If they have a beat that was made in their grandma's basement and it really does not sound good, then we can refer them to somebody else. Then once they get all that finished, then of course if they want our feedback on it, we'll be more than happy to share, what we feel can make the track better.
Definitely. Okay. Sounds cool. All right. Can you guys name some names? Who have you been talking to, promoting, or listening to lately out there that the people should know about?
Well, definitely Kendrick Lamar, his DNA song. That's I've been listening to it a whole lot. A couple of people that we know that we actually work with. He goes by Saki Boy Theory. He was actually one of the artists that we actually promoted I'd recommend, listening to him.
He's actually on tour right now, so if you go to Instagram, you can find him at Sake Boy Theory. He's really dope. His stage performance is really, really good. Like Jerome was saying, we started promoting him first, and that's the artist I was talking about that got the 200 plays within the evening. So I mean, he's really cool. You should check him out. Who else is in? Oh, also, yeah, since we're out here in Sacramento now, Jarrell has a show coming up on July 8th with San Quinn. He's really big out here in Sacramento and the Bay Area, so definitely, I believe he's dropping a new album coming up, and also he is a part of Done Deal Digital, and he's having a recruitment tour, so he's just recruiting new artists to come onto his label, but very humble guy. Anything that we've posted on social media regarding the performance, he shared it, posted his own. I mean, he's a really cool guy. Definitely should, check him out as well.
All right, dope. Let me ask you this question. Who or what has surprised you the most in 2017 so far, and why?
As far as music or in general?
Let's keep it music. Yeah.
Music? Wow.
Do you know?
There's a new guy named Kyle with the I Spy song. It's very catchy, and the only reason why it surprised me is because that's a childhood game, and you never really expected that to be brought back up, in 2017. And he didn't just bring it back up, bring the game back up. He actually put it into a song and made it very, very catchy. So I would have to say Kyle and his I Spy song. That really surprised me. It was very catchy.
Definitely. All right. So I just realized that we've probably known each other for about 2 or 3 years or so now. How about you give our listeners the history? Feel free to tell the story of how we met from your own perspective, and maybe I can fill in the blanks for the people out there. My version is kind of funny, though. It may be a cool story. Looking back on it now to who we were and who we were trying to be at that point in time versus who we become, and, the paths that we've taken since we've known each other. I think we've got lucky in many ways. Hard work counts for a ton, too, for sure. But ultimately, lucky we've been able to pursue something that we both love doing rather than towing for the man. Yeah, the man sometimes at like a meaningless job. You know what I mean? So Give everybody the full account in your perspective of how we met.
Well, hold up, because I'm trying to figure out your story. I thought we had the same story.
Yeah, I do, but, my point of view may be different from yours.
Okay, all right, well...
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
because we're not the same person. We think different.
But you said yours was funny, so...
Yeah, go first. I'll fill in the blanks.
All right. Well, it started because I had just started my first Reverb Nation account, and me being a fan of Busy, Bone Thugs in general, but mainly Busy, I actually looked him up on Reverb Nation, and I found like 2 accounts, and they both kind of looked real to me, so I actually messaged both of them, and I think like 5 or 6 months had went by, and I actually received a message from one of the accounts, and I'm like, nah, this can't be true. Like, somebody got to actually be playing him, because before that, I had actually seen a video of him saying that somebody was actually playing him on social media. So I was kind of skeptical about it. But then I asked him, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I said, are you guys still signing people to 7 Sign Records? And he was like, no, we actually had a good run, but we're not doing it at the time. But I can give you a contact that you should stay in contact with. I said, okay, well, dang, I do have an album coming out. I would like to get you on it. He was like, okay, definitely, just hit this guy up right here, and we can work something out. And I never knew it, but it was Houdini Black's contact, and I believe it was your email. I think it was your email that he gave me, and I emailed you. We talked about getting him on the album, about flying him out from California to Oklahoma, where I recorded the album. And I mean, at first I honestly thought, it was honestly just business at first. I never really thought that it was going to go far, but I do remember telling you that there's a reason why Busy gave me your contact out of everybody in the world that I know that he knows, and he gave me your contact. So you're going to have to either block my number, change your number, or something, but I'm not going to stop contacting you until I find that reason out. And here we are today, man, and you've actually taught me a lot. I don't know if a lot of people know, but honestly, you're part of one of the biggest reasons why I actually wanted to start Lyrical Innovation. You know, just how we worked together, you know, whenever we first met, we first started talking to each other. So I don't know, that's my story.
Definitely. Yeah, man, we got two different accounts. Nah, I'm not going to say, like, the feelings aren't mutual, but Busy, every now and then, he had a habit of giving people my phone number. Yeah. Like, you know, rappers who wanted to rap for him. And, but everybody he sent my way were, like, dope. He never sent anybody, you know, to waste my time. I mean, he knew that. But he would just do it and not tell me. And sometimes they would text me out of the blue and think that I'm Busy. And it's like, no, my name's Demetrius. And like, oh, Busy gave me his number. I said, no, Busy gave you my number. And, you know, and yeah, so I got the email. You emailed me first. And, you know, I blew it off. Like, I read it and I don't think I responded for a couple of weeks. I think maybe 2 weeks tops. And I was like, another guy who raps, you know, Busy, you know, sent my way. And, 2 weeks went by, and I read the email again. I was like, give the guy a chance. So I went to Reverb Nation, checked out the music. I was like, okay. I like what he's doing, you know. He sound hip-hop, definitely. And I left it at that. But then, you know, I kept getting messages, you know, and I'll respond. And I was like, man, this guy is super persistent. I said, what is in this guy? Man, he like, the conversation won't stop. And so, you know, the conversation continued on to where you wanted to find a home, whether it was with The Life or Mo Thugs or with Seven Sign. And I was steadily trying to push you off. I was like, yeah, well, you know, I don't know if Crazy's hiring, but I know a guy named Bino. So I was like, let me hook you up with Bino. Yeah. So I don't think that went anywhere because Bino at times can be unreachable. Yeah. And I'll just leave it at that. He can be unreachable. Great guy, but unreachable. So he's like, he comes back, so like, oh, that didn't work. So yeah, about Seven Sign. I was like, okay. I mean, you didn't say those exact words, but you know, to sum up a long story, that's the way it came off. Okay. So I'm like, okay, let me give this guy a shot. And I was like, you know, rappers come and go all the time. Seven Sign, people come and go all the time. The only thing that never changes is Seven Sign. But the faces always change. The names always change. You know, I was trying to, you know, get you to see that. And like, okay, you don't want to mess with Seven Sign because, you know, you never know if we'll be around or not. And no, that did not deter him. He kept on. All right. Let me give this guy a job. So what he did, he created the street team. I think Zalu was still on the roster at that point. Yeah, and, he was. You know, I was like, yeah, Zalu, you deal with this guy. He's too persistent. He has too much ambition for me. I'm too old for ambition. I can't deal with ambition right now. And Zalu was like, yeah, okay. You know, Zalu just kept coming back, man, lyric is this, lyric is that, lyric is this. And I was like, oh, man, he ain't all that. Like, yes, he is. Like, why you keep pushing him off? I was like, man, you know, rappers, man, they come a dime a dozen. He's like, no, man, this guy, he got something. I was like, well, give him a job and, you know, see what he does because, you know, anybody can rap. You know, people moms are rapping. See what he can do. And what Lyric did, he helped organize a street team and headed the street team until it fell apart. That wasn't his fault, right?
No.
Yeah, it was definitely not your fault. You got some interesting choices of people, but it overall you can't change people. I'll tell you that much. You can't change anybody who don't want to be changed. So that's what happened with the street team. And I don't know, but that's my story of how me and Lyric met. He was very persistent, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. So, you can't really change your email address, because I couldn't, he had it. And then, we became friends. And finally met him last year. Had a blast, So, yeah, so here's to more great times with my friends here. Oh, and another thing. I had just met this guy. He sent me an invitation to his wedding.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy's a killer or something. He's trying to take my head off or something. But no, it was all good. I couldn't make it, of course, because of working jobs and stuff. But it's all good. I wish I was there to see you guys get married. I can imagine. I've seen all the photos, and it looked very wonderful, very beautiful. So congratulations on that. How long have you guys been married now?
No. We got married in 2014.
Yeah, it was 2014.
Jarrell, you didn't know the answer to that?
I didn't know either.
We be so
You didn't
busy.
know either? Oh, okay. Wow, you guys work too hard. Yeah, you guys work too hard. But hey, it's cool. You guys are married and having a wonderful time with each other. That's what's up. All right, so in our professions, we tend to end up giving a lot of advice to people all the time about what to listen to, or when we're dealing with bands and artists direct, often we're giving advice to people on their music, sound, and style, blah, blah, blah. Quite often there's one piece of the puzzle that we never actually get to address all that often, which is the listeners out there. So if you had any advice for people on how to actually listen to music and really take it all in differently than they might be experiencing it now, what would that be? What would your advice be for just the listeners? And
so I'll kind of say something and then I'll give the floor to Nick. But my main thing is that what I usually do that I stopped doing completely is I'll listen to a song in the first 10 seconds. If you don't have me hooked, I turn it off. And
Ooh.
I've lost a lot of I want to say actually good artists, because Nick will be like, hey, listen to this artist. I'll be like, okay. I listen to it and either I can't understand what you're saying, or what you're saying is just like, why did you even put that on paper? But I feel that you need to listen to a little bit more than just either if it's a hook that drops in first, or if you just come in trying to smash the whole song. I mean, just give the artist a little bit more chance to let you hear who exactly they are, rather than just saying, oh my gosh, this person's horrible, it's hurting my ears, you know what I mean, and just cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
So just give them a little bit more time to introduce themselves to you. And a lot of times when somebody drops an album or a mixtape and they have an intro on there, I'll be the first one to tell you, Migos, every album they do, they have an intro on there. I never listen to the intro. Hardly anybody listens to the intro. But in the intros, they really tell you what the whole album's about. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just started to take a little bit more time, especially Migos. Now I really like the intro to the No Labels too. But as far as, like I said, just with listeners go, just give the artist a little bit more time, maybe 45 seconds versus 10 seconds like I used to do. Because, I mean, that is kind of harsh for me to, just listen to 10 seconds and be like, man, you suck, I'm turning it off.
Yeah, I'm trying to break that habit now, but...
Yeah, I think I learned it from you.
Yeah, that 10-second rule, if you don't wow me in 10 seconds, is off.
Right? I mean, okay, so on my perspective, especially with where music is today, if it doesn't automatically, if the beat doesn't automatically have you dancing and you can't understand, or if you can understand what they're saying and they're speaking a life story, 9 times out of 10 people don't too much like to listen to that. They want a catchy beat, a catchy hook, and it does not matter what you say in a verse. But most of the time, the artists that listeners pass up they're the one. Those artists are the ones that are actually speaking things that person can relate to. Not everybody can relate to going out, partying, turning it up, getting lit, doing drugs, drinking all the time. Not everybody can relate to that.
Right.
There's an artist, Logic and Alicia Cara came out with a song, and the song is the Suicide Hotline number. And it's really a song that a lot of people can relate to. In any situation, whether you're at a job and you don't want to be there anymore, and you're feeling suicidal, you wouldn't want to listen to a freaking Lil Uzi song, because his new song, All My Friends Are Dead Now, it's like that totally contradicts Logic's new song, because it's like he's talking about living and stop, suicide stuff, stop bullying people, but nobody really likes to listen to that type of stuff because it's not turn up music, it's not party music, and what he's saying is really trying to save and change someone's life. But this artist right here is talking about how much drugs he done did, how much partying he done did, how much sleeping with somebody else's girlfriend that is not his he done did, and you glorify that, but you won't listen to somebody who's trying to stop suicide. So I mean, if I have anything to say to the listeners, it's like start listening to lyrics and stuff that you can relate to. If you can't relate to going out partying and you just like to listen to it because you want to dance, that's not, to me, it's not enough of a reason. If you do listen to it, that's fine, but still have those songs in your category that's like, this some real shit. And I'm not talking about Kevin Gates, because everybody's like, Kevin Gates real. Nah, to a certain extent, but I mean, like those real live lyrical artists. Like look for an independent artist. Look for an underground artist. Don't always listen to industry artists, because 9 times out of 10, the money that they say they spending, they don't really have. So don't listen to the money. Listen to the lyrics.
Definitely. All right. I'm a full-time internet radio host right now, but there were points like during the first weeks of Vigilantes Radio where I did end up thinking about going back to work, just part-time jobs to make sure that the radio station and website itself would still exist. From your own experience, how do you go about protecting your own existence at Lyrical Innovation? Obviously, we get that, music business comes and goes, but it also takes an enormous amount of care and confidence to continue down a path where the main motivation comes from within. You know what I mean? It can get tough when it's all up to you alone, pass or fail, no matter what job, passion, or pursuit it may be. Give us some insight into what a day in the life of the team of Lyrical Innovation is like, and all that goes into like running the company on a daily basis.
All right, well, especially with being new out to California and really having to start completely over, we totally left our comfort zone in Texas and just to come out here to pursue this career, this company. So as of right now, yes, working a job, getting a job right now until we actually build our brand and build our name out here the way we want to. We're going to honestly have to do that. But on our spare time or any amount of downtime, if I'm at work and I'm on a break, I'm using that time to network, to promote, to push the company. So it's really just a lot of promoting, a lot of networking, a lot of brand building that we do regardless of what's going on. Just tonight, we were preparing ourselves for the July 8th show. So we're looking at, making T-shirts, making flyers, making business cards. We're going to get more wristbands. So every day we get up, and the sun comes up pretty early in California. So the moment that the sun comes up, we get up and we just go out and we try to meet new people every day. I was told that this was the state of opportunity. So the time that we spend sleeping, during the day, or the time we're spending sitting inside the house, that's the time that we could have been walking right up to an opportunity. So we don't want to miss that at all. We're even like thinking about missing an opportunity. So we're always on the go, always.
Yeah. Also, I love to shop. So we kind of have a deal where, okay, we'll go shopping, but while we're at the mall, we're gonna talk to at least 5 people. So it's kind of like a deal we gotta work out. If I want a new pair of shoes, we gotta network with some few people before I get my pair of shoes. You know what I mean? It's just little things like that. If you're in the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A or something, and Nick has this weird thing where he can just tell that somebody's an artist. I walked into Walmart the other day, and there are these 2 workers standing outside. He calls me, and he's like, hey, when you come out, can you ask those people if they do music? I'm like, okay, whatever. So I come out, I'm like, hey, y'all do music? They're like, oh, yeah, I do this. Now we're sending them an agreement because we're about to promote them. Like, he just has this, like, sense of who does music, and so I'm the one that kind of is like, you know, because women kind of get more things than men do, so I just kind of use that to my advantage and be like, hey, you do music? And then they, you know, say yeah, and I'm like, oh, well, it's for my husband, you know, stuff like that. But you just got to talk to people, and being out here in California, like I mentioned, we started off in Anaheim. We didn't really know where we wanted to go, but when we did come to LA, we loved it, but we wanted to take our daughter to Disneyland, so we were in Anaheim. Then we went to Los Angeles, Burbank, Glendale, even met a couple famous people in Glendale. And then we came out to Sacramento. Then we went to San Francisco, Oakland. So we've just been all over the place just trying to network as much as possible. But, I mean, the sun, like Nick was saying, the sun comes up here at like 6:30. So there's no way you could sleep in. You don't have, curtains on your windows. You're up. You're automatically up. But I like it because we get so much more accomplished. You know, here, we're totally outside of our comfort zone. We know, like, nobody. So everybody that we've been meeting, it's very important to us just to try to, build our network of networks, if you want to say that. But, yeah, we're constantly on the go. I know our internet bill on our phones and stuff, like, skyrocket because we're constantly on our phone. We still have time for the family, but in order to, build the business and the brand like we want to, like I said, we're always on the go, doing whatever we have to do, to just try to come up.
Nice. All right. So how long did it take you guys to tweak out everything in your program?
Oh, wow. Months. So when I first created the website, it was just bland and it just looked horrible. And I'm very articulate when it comes to different things. So I think I made like 6 or 7 changes to the website just in the past 5 months that we've been, just trying to get everything going. As far as packages and pricing goes, that took us a long time to figure out. We actually just lowered the prices on our website today just to try to help people out, even more. And as far as, all the services that go into what we offer, we had to sit down and make sure that we could actually offer what we're saying we can offer. I've got a lot of negativity, from some people that are saying, how can you offer this? How can you offer this? How can you offer this? Well, look, I'm going to show you how I can offer this. So it takes a little bit of time in order to, prove what you can offer. But as far as tweaking everything, getting everything together, I say it took me about 5 months to get everything straight.
Definitely. Are the programs universal or are they tailored to the individuals?
So, honestly, they are tailored to the individuals, mainly because if you already have, good promoting or you have that type of team behind you and all you want is us to make a website or help you book shows, then you don't have to just specifically get one whole package that offers what you don't need. So that right there itself can lower a price of whatever a package is. Also helping the artist out. The reason why we do that is just to cut out the middleman of everything. But if you're an artist that just completely needs everything, then okay, nitpicking at any package, it will be pointless because you honestly need all of this stuff. But if you don't, because you already have this, as a photographer or engineer, you don't need that. Okay, well, you don't need to pay for that. And some people will tell you, well, regardless if you got it or not, we still have it, and this what comes with the package, and you're still gonna pay this price, regardless if you use it or not. And I've ran into that. That's the reason why I say that. You know, it's like, no, I don't need this, but I can use this. And they're like, no, you got to get the whole thing. And it's like, well, I'm just paying for no reason. I'm just giving away money for no reason. So I have to say it is tailored to the artist.
Definitely. All right. I know you mentioned this earlier, Paige, how people, you get negative reviews here or there. I mean, not like a review, but people being negative. So how do you go about testing the market with your product?
So what we did a couple weeks ago, actually a couple months ago, we offered a free week of promotion. For a couple people, it worked out great. A couple people, it didn't work out. There was like kind of a communication barrier. But as far as proving, so main thing, one main thing that a lot of businesses have to do, like let's say you go to McDonald's and they give you your food wrong. They would rather give you a meal for free than to lose you as a whole customer. And that's the same thing that I kind of feel, or the same way I feel. I would rather me give you something for free to prove what I can give you long term than for me just to be like, oh, this is how it is, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. And then I lose a client in general. So like I said, we offered this free week of promotion. And if I have an artist who's like, hey, man, I'm really tight on money, not seeing anything bad about your company, but I'm just not convinced that what my money is going towards, it's going to get done. Well, then I'll mention, well, hey, why don't we go ahead and promote you for, 2 days for free, and if I'm in your city, I'll be my own street team, and I'll go promote you in your city. You know what I mean? Just different, what I want to say, like, side things we can do for artists. That's my main thing.
Definitely. Okay. All right, guys, you know that I could talk to you guys forever, but I know we both got music to listen to and things to get to, so I'll wrap this up for now and say an extremely huge thank you for your time, my friends. I also want to say a massive thank you to you as well for being a continual inspiration to me personally. Watching you grow, Lyrical Innovation has been an honor and a privilege, and I think the world of you guys. You're doing independent music, and artists out there, they should appreciate it. I know I do. And, now we're at you've been on the show before. You know how we do. Roll the red carpet out, and here's our open floor, so you can say anything at all that you would like to, maybe that I forgot to mention. Take this next moment to say those things. Make sure you plug in the websites and all the social media that you have so people can connect with you guys.
All right, yeah. So any artist that's looking for promotion, marketing, or any brand that's out there that's looking, for promotion as well, you can reach us at www.lyrical-innovation.com. I am on Instagram at @thereal_Jarrell, and on Facebook at Nick Barron. That's NickBarron. And we do have our company Instagram, official.lyrical-innovation.
Also, like Nick was mentioning, we're starting to do brand promotion. If you're a new brand new company, you just need to get anything out there.
So any brand that's out there that's looking for a promotion, just hit us up, and we will also, do the free week of promotion with you guys as well, just to show you as a brand and as a company that we can do what we say we can do, just so we can build that business relationship and we can both, win in the end.
All right, my mans, I think we got a song queued up by you, Jarrell. Keep moving. So let's get to it. We'll be right back.
Jarrell. Keep moving. Y'all know. Let's get it. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep grinding, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep shining, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Are y'all ready? I don't really think you're ready. I've been rolling by the weekend. really stalk. All I really ever wanted was to stack up on them bands. Dog, don't ask me about my life, cause I would never show my hand. That's the reason I'm beastin'. I act a fool for no reason. These people thinking I'm ceasing. I leave them salty, no season. I stay grinding on you boys. Ain't no choice to watch me do it. I've been dealing with some things. This to show I'm getting through it. Boy, I stay about that action. If I say it, I'ma do it. I learned that there from the streets. Keep it real, keep it moving, man. Hold up, I'm all about my business. Time to blow up. I've been moving for some years and I ain't got no time to slow up. Yeah, you know us. We all about that money. That's for sure nothing. We stay going off that drink. I think it's about that time to pull up like, hey. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep grinding, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep shining, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. This a 187, I'm feeling saucy with this. And if you tryna bite my style, I'm causing problems, you dig. So turn the heat up. Y'all haters moving slow, it's time to speed up. I'm the prince of all rappers, got them calling me Vegeta. All I really ever wanted was to make it from my city. Cause I'm from Louisiana, 985 they coming with me. If you coming for my head, you gon' have to come and get me. Got these nines shooting fast, trigger finger feeling itchy. Is you with me? I got them all jigging cause they feel me. I done took a couple shots, I'm moving slow because I feel it. Money ain't the conversation and you ain't gon' catch me in it. I don't see no competition, I'm the only one that's winning. Putting pressure on you boys, count your blessings, Lord forgive me. Taking aim at any rapper talking about they getting with me. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Man, I really hope y'all ready. I've been grinding all my life and boy, I'm still going steady like, hey. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep grinding, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep shining, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Yeah, we gon' keep moving with this one, y'all. Keep grinding, keep shining. Push them haters to the side. Peace. Keep moving, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off. Keep grinding, my hitter. Don't let them haters knock you off.
Hey, and we are back. That was Jarrell, Keep Moving. I told you he was full of ambition. Man, that song is bananas. I still love the song till this day. So definitely, I write some things for the show because I know, in the world that we live in, there's so much negativity, especially when you're on Facebook and just scrolling down timelines. And sometimes you just gotta take a break from all the clutter and all the chaos that seems to pop up in life at times. And I just want to tell you guys tonight, like, you gotta make people feel needed. Remember always that people want to feel needed. They want to help out and they want to be a part of what you're doing. When you satisfy this desire in people, you receive their admiration, their loyalty, their respect, and cooperation. Other people can be a powerful source of ideas and motivation. On the other hand, you must not take advantage of people. Asking someone for their help out of laziness on your part will not win you any points. People are willing to help you only if they see you are putting forth your best effort. No one will want to help you if you don't help yourself. That is a common law, guys. However, if you're striving towards excellence every day, people will jump all over themselves to be a part of what you're doing. And always show sincere appreciation. People will want to help you only if they feel you are truly grateful. There's an old story in the sales business about a salesman who doubled his orders for cash registers by asking for advice rather than orders. He would call on each prospect, introduce himself, and say, "Mr. Jones, I didn't come here to sell you a machine. I came to get some advice. I'm new at this and I wonder if you would show me how to sell it." The prospect would always be quite complimented and work up a great sales presentation. Then the salesman would say, "You make it sound like you need one." He made many sales just from letting the other person take part. This concept only works if you're willing to give as much as you take. If you're always willing to help and advise others, then there are plenty of people whom you in turn can call on for advice and assistance. It is very difficult to accomplish anything alone, and it is quite unnecessary as well. There are plenty of people willing to help you if you only will ask. Take it from Dini. And with that, let's bring our people of the hour back so we can close off and have a what they call it, a fiesta or a siesta when you sleep. I think a siesta. Yeah. Welcome back, Jarrell and Paige from Lyrical Innovation. Any last thoughts, man? Any last words before we get out of here?
Well, just for anybody that's listening right now, we really are who we say we are, and we will go the distance to prove that. We do try to stay positive as much as we can, especially because now that we're out of our comfort zone, we know we need each other, so we need to stay positive in this whole situation right now. So if you're out there and you're looking for a team to be behind you, Lyrical Innovation is that team.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab it from either Spreaker.com/only1media group, iTunes, YouTube, the app called Podcast Addict, or our website, which is only1mediagroup.com, and that goes for every single show that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or send something for us to play, email it to vradio@only1mediagroup.com. Here my disclaimer: we are genre-free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, something you got to deal with. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, dini-mussolini, I appreciate you guys for tuning in either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. And also special thanks to our guests for joining us. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Tumblr. We are all over. Just connect with us and we do follow back. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely freaking great at just doing that. Peace.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.